Blog Talk Radio.
What time is it?
WH Radio. We are the best in the world at what we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WrestlingHeads Radio. I am Skits. I am live here with Oscar and Tom. What is going on, guys?
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
Everything's good with me. Today's going to be a good interview that we got here today. Right now we have one half of Monster Mafia, Mr. Josh Alexander. What's going on, man?
What's up, guys?
Everything's great, man. We want to thank you for being on the show. I know we had you on a while back, and ever since then, man, we've been hearing a lot of great stuff you've been doing.
Yeah, things have been going well. I gotta say, I love that intro music you guys have. I'm getting pumped up.
What was that?
I said I love that intro music you guys have. It was getting me pumped up for a second there.
Oh, thanks, man. My friend Specs, he actually made that beat.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. I was actually hoping we can get Ethan on here so we can talk about the match with the Young Bucks. It's actually a rematch at IWL. You guys got coming up on September 28th, I believe.
Yeah, Sunday.
It's a Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Or is that the 29th? Is it 28th or 29th?
It's 28th.
Yeah.
It's the 28th,
well,
yeah.
All right. Yeah, definitely. On the 28th, it's actually going to be a 2 out of 3 4 match, and it's going to be a cage match, not your normal type of match. Definitely looking for a fan of both each tag teams. Can you talk about the match with us and tell us what you're looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to returning to California for one, because it's been a year since since myself or Ethan Page have been in California. And we got to defend those tag team belts, and I guess there's no better team to do it against than the team we won them off. And, well, since you guys know, we know, everyone knows the hottest tag team in the world, the Young Bucks, and I guess we're just shooting the pot, and they're 2 or 3 falls in a steel cage.
Yeah, it's crazy because I remember because I didn't get to make that the first match that you guys had with the Bucks, and when I heard that you guys won, I was shocked because usually you hear like the Bucks win a lot, and I was shocked. I was like, this is great. Finally we get to see Monster Mafia out here in SoCal, and now since IWL is back, hopefully you guys can get another win, and we can see you guys more out here.
Yeah, hopefully more than just once a year. That's what we're hoping for.
But I'm pretty sure my co-host Oscar wanted to talk about that too. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I was hoping to have Ethan on, but in the meantime, I guess I'll ask this question to Josh right now. Like what Skid says right now, last year you pretty much shocked the crowd when you guys defeated the Young Bucks. And my question I want to ask you, beating them again this year, what are you expecting the crowd will do if you guys get that victory? Are you expecting like possibly maybe a more respect, or you're expecting maybe the crowd will be like, okay, now these guys are for real? Like, what are you hoping the crowd would expect from if you guys do win this match again?
Well, I'm hoping they think we're for real already since we beat the Young Bucks last year. Like, when we came out last year, not everybody knew who we were. Like, some of the hardcore fans knew who we were, the guys that follow the Eastern Independence. But, yeah, by the end of the match, everybody kind of knew. I'm just hoping after a year that we return, they remember, and, we'll make them remember if they don't.
Yeah. Like I said, we're going to be there. I'm going to be there, and so is Skits. and we can't wait to check you guys out in person finally. And you're gonna be kicking. I hope you guys kick ass out there, and I'll be rooting for you guys. I like the Bucks too. So I'll be rooting for you guys. You know, it's like a welcome to California, and you're more than welcome to come back.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, anytime. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, what's going on, Josh? I'm not a California guy, so I won't be seeing you there, but hopefully I will be seeing you in Ring of Honor in the final battle. So that's where my question is going to go to next. You know, you and Ethan now are in Ring of Honor, and you're starting to get noticed. You were on All-Star Extravaganza back in Toronto. Kind of just let us know what's been going on with Ring of Honor, what you and Ethan have been doing over there, and what kind of the reception's been since you guys have debuted there.
Well, we debuted last year. We had some problems afterwards, but we finally got back since we've ironed out all those problems now. We've done, I think, 3 shots in the last few months, and like you said, we got on All-Star Extravaganza. We got a promo for the show. We got that up on like the Ring of Honor YouTube page, stuff like that. Since the first time we stepped in as a tag team against Red Dragon this year in July, the reception was great. That was for TV. I think the fans went nuts for us in Michigan. There was something with my headgear, and we figured it afterwards, probably because Rick Steiner originally from Michigan, and there were some hardcore fans in the audience, and there was the headgear. So, but anyway, the match was awesome. Like all the guys that are on the show, Ring of Honor, the guys that we work all the time in Eastern Independence. Like I've been on, I don't know, like 13 shows with the Young Bucks in the last 2 months. Like just talking to them. Like when they're not on tour, they come back. They're in Canada all the time. They're in Chicago all the time, stuff like that. So they're all guys we're familiar with already, and like it's just where we want to be. But if we're talking about the future, like we're kind of like freelance guys. Like we're not Ring of Honor guys. We're not contracted talent. We just come when we're booked, and as of right now, we don't know of any future dates.
Yeah, it's crazy because I actually saw the All-Star Extravaganza matchup, and before you guys actually started the match, I heard Monster Mafia chants, and I was happy to see that because I know you guys were basically home at your hometown. So can you tell us how did it feel to wrestle at Ring of Honor at your hometown?
To wrestle on like one of the big Ring of Honor shows in Toronto, which all the Ring of Honor shows in Toronto are big. Stuff like we've been to before, like we've done dark matches on those shows before, but we've never been a part of the main show. But just be on the main show and in Maple Leaf Gardens, which is like an iconic like hockey arena for Canada, maybe just the world in hockey terms, but like to wrestle in that building and all that crowd, that's like something on our bucket list. So we said we wanted to be like in Ring of Honor, we want to be wrestlers, and we want to be on All-Star Extravaganza, one of the big shows, especially in Toronto. And when we came out, we had that Monster Mafia show, and it felt good because like between me and Ethan, we've wrestled I think it's 8 and 9 years around Toronto. Like I've been on hundreds of shows in this area. So coming out, it was like come to fans showing their appreciation for what we've done. Like we're their guys.
Yeah, man, I definitely enjoyed that match. You know, with you guys, they had the Decade on there, Moose and
Moose.
Yeah, it was crazy. You know, when it was crazy when they kept like flying over the rope and just crashing it into all you guys. I was like, hey, are these guys going to get up and get in the ring? But definitely enjoyed that match. It was like one of those fun matches to watch.
Yeah, that's what everybody said. Like, the overall reception for the match is that everybody thought it was just fun. And, like, it kind of took them apart from watching, like, a long wrestling match. It was just, like, fast-paced, and people enjoyed watching it. And, like, me and Ethan, we both enjoyed being a part of it from, like, the very get-go. Like, we hit a bunch of kind of innovative tag moves, stuff that was like put us on the map with new fans, and like there was countless new fans that came up to us after that show that had never seen us in Toronto because they're mainly just Ring of Honor fans. They didn't even know about independent wrestling in Toronto. And, like, they are now Monster Mafia fans because they got to see some of that stuff. So it was great.
Yeah. Speaking of Ethan, let's get his thoughts on how he felt wrestling at the All-Star Extravaganza in Toronto. Ethan Page, you're live on WH Radio. What's going on, man?
Sorry I'm late.
It's all good, man. No worries, man. No worries. What's going on?
I was listening to it, wondering how the hell I was going to make this happen. I figured it out. Sorry, what was your question?
No, we actually asked Josh, how is it, being part of the Ring of Honor All-Star Extravaganza in your hometown?
Oh, it was cool. Even with the lights hitting me, I ended up seeing my dad in the audience, which is cool because like that's like the biggest venue wrestling wise for like many years. So it was pretty cool to perform there, especially in front of my family with my best friend as my tag team partner.
Yeah, man. Like I was telling Josh, that was definitely a fun match to watch. I'm pretty sure my co-hosts have some questions. I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Oscar. Go ahead, Oscar.
Yeah, I'd like to ask Ethan the same question I asked Josh, and then I'm going to ask them both a different question afterwards. But Ethan, earlier I asked Josh that your match with IWL with the Young Bucks last year, you guys pretty much shocked the crowd when you guys won those tag belts. Now you guys are going to wrestle them again, and beating them again this year. What are you expecting the crowd this time? Are you expecting to show you guys more respect, or are you hoping the crowd could think that you guys are for real and they expect more out of you coming to California?
I think that the first time they saw us, they didn't know who we were, and obviously it was shocking to see two guys that nobody knows come and steal the show. I think now we're in a different position where they're like expecting it out of us. Like you go on a date with a girl and she sucks your dick on the first date. On your second date, you're going to expect the same thing. So now we're on the second date. So now we're going to have to go past the blowjob and make the entire crowd enjoy the living shit out of this match.
Hey, it's all good. It's good. This is uncensored. This is not PG, but you can say whatever you want to say. It's all good.
I just say that was probably one of the best analogies I've ever heard anyone ever say.
That was hilarious. I swear it was.
Christ.
That was good. That's great. All right. Well, my next question I want to ask both of you. I think it was Ethan that mentioned this in the past in the show that you guys had a goal. You guys had a goal to make it to Ring of Honor, which you guys now have. So, how's your experience with the Ring of Honor so far? Now that you guys are pretty much been showing there pretty often.
Go ahead, Josh.
I already answered this one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you can go first because I'm sure you'll be more colorful than me anyway.
What was your answer?
I said that it's awesome that we were LSG, that we wrestle with these guys all the time, so everyone on the roster knows who we are, and we're kind of friendly with all of them, and we want to be there. And going forward, we don't know what the hell's going on.
Josh just said it, but politically correct. So I can't say it any better. It's frustrating that it's not a full-time thing, but you flip the coin and you see that this is what we wanted and we achieved what we said we would. So on one side it's really good and we're proud as a team to do what we set out to do, and on the other side it's just in our nature to never be happy with what we have and always want more.
All right, cool. Well, then I'll give you one question that both of you guys are going to answer this one. So now that you guys have been shown on Ring of Honor, what's next for the Monster Mafia?
Hey, you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's next? I'm hoping PWG's on the bucket list. That's my plan.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I remember on this show, all three of us were talking like Monster Mafia ever comes to PWG, then the perfect debut would be DDT4 because that's pretty much that would be perfect if you guys debut there. I mean, that would be the perfect timing. So hopefully you guys come pretty soon because they just announced some more talent coming in. Like recently they brought in like Biff Busick and Drew Gulak, and yesterday they announced Wuhan Nation. So never know. By the next show they bring you guys. So the PWG crowd will freaking
of course they would. That's no question.
They will.
This is Monster Mafia we're talking about. I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this: as a PWG regular, they do need more tag teams because they don't have regular. Like I think the Bucks are the only actual tag team, and the Rockets Monsters. Other guys are like single guys put together, which they need another tag team that are an actual tag team back in PWG. So let's hope, let's pray, let's tweet PWG, whatever we got to do. All the listeners, let's get them in PWG at DDT4 hopefully. And you'll catch me in front row.
and maybe you could tell your fellow Canadians, Super Smash Bros, that we missed them. So yeah.
Oh, we'll pass the message along.
All right, go ahead, Tom.
All right, my next question is for both of you. You guys are quickly becoming a talked about tag team all over the indie circuit. You guys are in AIW, of course, Ring of Honor, Smash Wrestling. You guys are going all over. What are you guys doing in particular to kind of differentiate yourselves from all the other tag teams, make yourselves stand out, make sure that people notice you and say, that's the Monster Mafia, and, they're the best tag team going right now?
We're taller than everybody.
I mean, that helps. It helps.
I don't know. I think it's our creativity. You won't find like a tag move that we do that anyone else does, where you see like a lot of like guys decide magically to become tag teams for like 2 shows, and it's just like they're just repeating other people's tag moves just to get through the date, like the booking. But for us, it's like we seek tag team like bookings, so this is what we want to do. We're a real tag team, which sets us apart right away.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely. You guys can tell. I can tell that you guys are on the same page. There's so many teams. It feels like tag team wrestling just isn't as important maybe as it once was. It's still there. You have teams like the Bucks, Red Dragon, and et cetera, but it's not as, wanted and needed as companies see it. So it's definitely reassuring to go. Josh, what do you think?
I was going to say the innovative tag moves and that sets us apart, and definitely just the way kind of we mesh together. Like, he obviously has more charismatic, outgoing, entertaining side. I more have the hard-hitting, in-your-face kind of smash mouth wrestling style, and we just kind of come together for the perfect tag team.
Definitely. About that.
Yeah, I have a question for both of you guys. Is there a tag team out there that you guys haven't had a chance to face that you would like to face that's out there doing their thing right now?
Me personally, the Briscoes and the Hardy Boys.
Okay. I definitely would pay to see you guys in the Briscoes for sure. Hopefully Ring of Honor's listening to the show, or somebody that loves Ring of Honor that can make something happen, because I would love to see you guys more in Ring of Honor, because I remember when we had you on a long time ago, you said that was a goal, and it looks like you guys have made that goal, and so hopefully we can make you guys as Ring of Honor regulars.
We'll keep our fingers crossed.
Had the 2 perfect answers, and I'll just add crime time for fun.
What was that?
I said I'll just add crime time for fun.
What?
I'm not kidding. What? You got a joke. So many books that I'll be there.
Crime.
All right, crime time.
Crime
I'm
time.
not gonna lie. Actually, I'm gonna admit to everybody in the crowd, I was there when they debuted on Raw, and get to experience some crime time myself. So, fuck it. I would like to experience a crime time Monster Mafia match. That would be freaking awesome, and maybe, that would be a great match. Maybe a match of the century type match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it'll only happen once in a century.
Yes. Once in a century, once in a lifetime. And this is for real, once in a lifetime.
Yeah, because it'll never happen again.
It will never happen again, no. Yeah. I guess it's my turn to ask the question then. Next, Chris, I want to ask you, that relates more about our Ring of Honor once again. Just today, they announced that they're going to be doing a show in Las Vegas, and it's the first time Ring of Honor came close to the West Coast for the first time in God knows when. And I want to ask, what's your thoughts of Ring of Honor coming to the West? And are you hoping for you guys, for yourselves, and Ring of Honor to come down to the West Coast maybe more often in near the future if this Las Vegas thing is very successful?
Okay. No, he's not there?
Oh, I was going to let Josh go.
Oh. Mr. Politically Correct will answer this. Just with ROH being on Sinclair, I think it's branching out into a lot of new markets. Like you're seeing shows pop up in completely different spots than they've ever run before, unless WrestleMania was running there. I think they wouldn't run it unless it was going to be successful.
Yeah, definitely, because no offense to Ring of Honor and all that, or none of that. I'm not trying to bash them or anything, but I just thought when I heard about this announcement today, my first thing in my mind I was thinking is they're not going to do anything for WrestleMania weekend, because I heard that WWE doesn't want to do indie shows, but somehow Dragon Gate and Evolve are doing shows around there, so they're supposed to be letting them, and I don't know about Ring of Honor, and now that I found out, it's like that the 13th anniversary show is just like right a few weeks before WrestleMania, and it's around that. I mean, I think San Francisco and Las Vegas are just like maybe I'll say 10-hour drive away, and you're doing it a few weeks before then, and I don't know if that's showing that they're not going to do anything in WrestleMania weekend, but I was hoping for it. But if you guys going to come to Las Vegas, 4-hour drive, fine. I'm going to go to Ring of Honor. And hope to see you guys there. Maybe tag champs. We'll see. All right, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, my next question is going to stick in your home country of good old Canada and talk about some Smash Wrestling. Of course, they're starting to announce matches for their 2-year anniversary coming up. We got Josh Alexander going against Mr. Johnny Gargano. But before we get to that, I kind of want both of you just to talk about what Smash Wrestling is doing for you guys, your feelings on the company, because it's another company that's gaining exposure really quickly, and people are discovering it every single day, and it's becoming kind of noted as the PWG of Canada. So, Josh, why don't you start it off?
Smash Wrestling, I've been there since the very beginning. It came from humble beginnings, and they've managed to build a very large fan base in a short period of time, and it is due to basically their ability to take risks and book matches that nobody in Canada will pretty much book, because, I don't know, it's a roll of the dice of booking guys that are pretty expensive and drawing in the crowd and making the juice worth the squeeze, and luckily they've been able to do it, and I've been a part of it. And I get to wrestle Johnny Gargano in November, and it's a match I've always wanted to have happen, and I know a lot of other people want it to happen, so just another thing Smash Wrestling does is bringing people matches they want to see.
definitely, without a doubt. Ethan, what are your thoughts on Smash?
They don't book me because the promoter hates me because I'm better than him.
We'll see. That's honesty. That's honesty, at least. I mean, you're better than everybody, so it's okay. You're all ego.
Well, there you go.
All right, next question.
I actually wanted to get into the matches that you guys got going on this weekend. Start off with Ethan Page. You're going to be in the Kings and Hearts tournament. You want to talk to us about that?
Yeah, it's myself versus Ashley Six in my hometown. And Ash just beat cancer, and he's kind of riding that high right now. And I'm ignorant enough to just put a stop to that and put him back where he was before he left. So I'm going there to win. I'm not really going to take it lightly on Ash just because of what he's been dealing with. So I'm excited that I get to face him in the first round because I personally think that it'll be easy for me. But, I mean, we'll see.
Definitely. I know our friend Matt, I believe he's going to be doing his weekly wrestling podcast coverage, so I think he's calling that one. So I'll be definitely listening to that one.
Yeah, I love those guys at WWP.
Yeah, good friends. But yeah, also that weekend, Mr. Josh Alexander, you'll be going against Brian Myers, aka Kurt Hawkins. I'm pretty sure you're looking for that one. Seems like it's a big match. I've been seeing a lot of videos on Twitter. Can you talk to us about that one?
Yeah. He's kind of busted into the indie scene since being released from WWE, and he's already been to PWG. He's already been all over the place, and he's pretty much trying to make his name on the independent scene. So when you come to Canada, you come to A1, there's only one guy you need to face to kind of prove yourself on the indies up here, and that's me. So it's going to be a good match, and I just hope he's ready.
By the way, Josh, I just want to throw this out there. You should be AIW champ right about now. I don't know what's going on, but just want to throw that out there.
I was close last.
I agree. Suck it, Don.
But yeah, just letting everybody know, once again, September 28th, Monster Mafia against the Young Bucks. Be sure to come out to check that one out. It's going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match, cage match. Looking forward to it. Probably two of the best tag teams in wrestling right now. So make sure you guys check that out. Is there any other matches you guys got coming up that you guys want to throw out there?
That's on iPay-per-view too, eh? Let's promote that. So, like, if you're not living in Cali, you can still order it online for like $5.
$5? What a bargain!
Yeah.
Better than $9.99.
Yeah. So Tom, you got for $5 you can watch that match. You can probably see me yelling and screaming or something. So, yeah. So there you go, Josh. I mean, sorry, Tom. Go for it.
Make sure you guys get some Monster Mafia shirts, and I'll be able to spot you guys.
Oh, I'm definitely going to get a shirt for sure. I got it for it.
ProWrestlingTees.com/Ethan Page. Get your Monster Mafia shirts.
Will you guys bring any shirts to IWL?
Probably not.
Damn it. Okay.
Gotta work.
All right. We gotta do something here. All right.
Gentlemen, did you guys have any more questions before we let Monster Mafia go?
All right. I got one question for them. I kind of asked them both this before, but now we have them both together. I'm going to ask this. All right. Let's just say there is a time machine. All right. If you guys could go back in time and you guys could choose a tag team that you guys would love to wrestle for back in the day, either from the 90s, 80s, doesn't matter when, what era, Well, what tag team do you guys like to go against and why?
I'm gonna let Paige go first.
The
What was
Rock.
that again?
Oh, what? Can I go?
The Rock? Yeah. You said, I think you said the Rockers, and I didn't
No,
hear
no.
what Josh.
No. The Rock and Sock Connection.
Oh, Rock and Stock Connection. Okay.
You know, so it's funny that you mentioned Rock and Sock Connection. Is it true that you're a big Rock fan, Mr. Page?
Yes, it is very true.
Yeah, I think I saw you on Twitter tweeting that you were playing 2K or something like that, and I think you were using the Rock or something like that.
I mean, I might do that every day, but yeah, I'm a huge Rock fan.
Hey, Ethan, have you ever tried to download yourself on one of those WWE games? Because I saw like so many amazing like creation. Like, goddamn. I mean, have you ever tried to like download yourself?
Yes, I download myself every time a new game comes out.
Damn. You see, and you know it's funny. Like some wrestlers, like they're like, nah, I'm not gonna create myself. I just download myself. Because if you like the example of if someone types in PWG, you see like Candice LeRae, you see Adam Cole. Or ROH, they might see you guys there and Adam Cole, you know what I'm saying to me? Oh, yeah, but you can play with yourself. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah, so you guys can have a match with, I don't know, AJ Lee and stuff, you know? You guys can play with each other. Can't wait for that. Hey!
Well, Josh and Ethan, I definitely want to thank you guys for taking your time out, for being on the show. And we'll definitely come and say hi to you guys at the IWO show.
Hold on, who was Josh's tag team?
I thought I was going to get by. I don't know, man. There's too many to choose. If I wanted to choose, like, Ring of Honor, I'd be like AJ Styles and Amazing Red, or if I wanted to go WWE, I'd probably say the Rockers, or like Rey Mysterio and Edge, or something cool like that. Well, you said the Hardy Boys already. The Hardy Boys was probably the big one, or the Dudley Boys.
Yeah.
Dudley Boys would be the table match.
For some reason, I don't know why, but I'm not saying this because Josh wears the same thing on his head, but for some reason, I don't know why, but I like to see you guys going against the Steiner brothers for some reason.
That would be dope.
You guys go back. Yeah, the Steiner brothers. I don't know why they're not in the Hall of Fame yet, but they should be there. And another, maybe this will be a Canadian tag team dream match. You guys against the Hart Foundation, talking about Bread and Anvil. That would be freaking awesome.
That's going way back.
Yeah.
It's funny. Now I just came up with a question since
I don't even know if Paige knows. Yeah.
Who the hell is Bret Hart?
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Oh
is
shit!
That the guy, hey, is that the guy that stole the Rock's submission?
I think he stole the Sting submission.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the man they call Sting. So were you gonna ask him, Skid?
No, because you mentioned the word Hall of Fame. What tag teams would you guys? I know it's a lot of tag teams, but I know you guys. Both of you guys have a favorite tag team. If you had to pick the tag team to be in the Hall of Fame, in the WWE Hall of Fame, who would that tag team be?
Go ahead, Josh.
This is like a very tough question, because I don't know who's already in the Hall of Fame, because I don't pay enough attention to these things. I don't know. I'm going to go with Generico and Steen because they're there, and I hope they actually make it there one day.
Fuck it.
Wait, are Road Dogg and Billy Gunn in there?
Yeah.
No.
They're
I
not?
don't think so. They're not. Hell shit.
Yeah, I'll say them.
All right. I like that. But,
well, gentlemen, I'm going to let you guys go. We want to thank you for being on the show once again, and we'll see you at the IWL show against the Bucks.
Yeah.
You guys want to throw out your Twitters or stuff like that for
walking_weapon.
At official EGO.
All right, gentlemen.
Sweet.
You guys have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
All right, take care, guys.
See ya.
See you later.
Shout out to Monster Mafia. That was a fun show there that we had there, guys. Fun.
Yeah, you know what?
Bunch of entertaining dudes.
Yeah, and for anybody that's listening, I mean, I hope you're listening because we're competing against Thursday Night Football. So I'm glad hope you guys are listening and did not watch that damn football game because that's terrible. So
it is
I hope
blowout. They turned it off.
Yeah,
NXT is over. Thursday Night Football is over. It's time for some WH radio. That's what time it is.
Yeah. So Ethan Page, I hope he's entertaining you. And you guys not watching too many turnovers now.
Ethan Page is hilarious.
Yeah. I recommend people.
Both guys are funny.
I think all of us are just getting introduced to Monster Mafia. They're just getting into Ring of Honor. They're going to make a huge splash. You know, they're doing their stuff in AIW. They're going to be doing their thing in AAW. Josh is going to be doing his thing in Smash Wrestling. They're going to be all over the map.
They'll both be at Alpha One this weekend.
Yep, and then before you know it, maybe they'll be over there in PWG.
These guys definitely deserve, big things to do besides being in those promotions. So hopefully we see them out here in Southern California more often than just IWO.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a good match with them.
Hoping to see them at a Final Battle in December.
Yes.
So we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. How about we take a quick break and we'll come back and we'll just throw out these predictions for the WWE pay-per-view coming this Sunday, which is it's a Champions pay-per-view. We'll be right back after these messages.
This is Ring of Honor superstar Nigel McGuinness, and you are listening to Wrestling Heads radio show. So stay tuned, you wankers.
Four Corners Radio is the home for the best professional wrestling and independent wrestling. Discussions and coverage. Billy, Ant, Martin, and Sam bring you three of the best podcasts every week. The Four Corners Raw Roundtable, the Indie Project, and the Saturday Freestyle. Along with the podcast, FourCornersWrestling.com is designed with all wrestling fans in mind. Feature articles, videos, the weekly shows, and much more. Four Corners and Wrestling Heads are teaming up to bring you wrestling's next revolution. Are you ready?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, WH Radio. I'm Skits. You got Tom and Oscar. We just got finished interviewing Monster Mafia. Two cool dudes, hilarious, funny as hell.
Make sure you follow them on Twitter. Make sure you follow them on Twitter. Ethan Page is at official ego, and then Josh Alexander, walking_weapon. Follow them. Get the Monster Mafia tees. They're brand new. Get them while they're hot because they're going to be selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, and if you guys are just listening and you guys missed that interview and you're probably watching this stupid NFL game right now, shame on you. Shame on you.
And I must say, that Nigel McGuinness bump has me laughing like crazy. Nice.
Real
what
quick
a guy.
though, I know we mentioned about the Ring of Honor and in Las Vegas, which is actually not just a regular show; it's the 13th anniversary. So
yeah,
so it's definitely a big deal.
You guys should think about taking a road trip. Take a road trip to Vegas.
Come on down and go. March 1st, 2015.
Yeah, and March 1st, 2015. Yeah, we got to go, Skids. It's just a 4-hour drive where we're at. Let's do it. Hey, you know what? It's funny. It's going to take place at the Orleans Hotel, and that hotel is pretty cheap to stay there because it's not really on the Strip. So, hell, we should go out there, have some fun. Maybe I don't know how the weather's going to be out there because it's in the middle of the desert, so who knows?
It'll probably be dry. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well,
it'll be
dry,
and that's it.
In March, we'll see. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I've been to March before, but going over in Vegas in July, it's terrible. I mean, seriously, you guys can laugh at me, but fuck it, I'd rather walk naked out there because seriously, it's that hot out there.
Yes, guy. But yeah, ROH definitely coming back to Las Vegas, Nevada. It's gonna be a big deal. Tickets are like $100-something now, so anything, I'm getting $20 tickets. So got to get in there to see my first ROH show.
You don't mind hitting that stupid ROH sign? You know, all those fans are hitting like ROH. You know,
hey.
You don't want to experience that for once in your life.
I know my boy Chris. You know, he's always in the front row doing that, but I don't know if he's paying that much for front row, because I don't know. But from what I heard from somebody, it's like $100-something, and I hope that person's wrong, because if not, I will be in the front row, or at least a second.
All right.
Definitely having a good time. But I know you were talking about, is that going to be their, WrestleMania, type of show? We know what their WrestleMania show is, but you know how the weekend, they have a show during the weekend?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what when I first heard about this announcement in Las Vegas, right in the same month of WrestleMania week, WrestleMania, I'm thinking, is that showing us that they're not going to do anything for WrestleMania weekend at all? Like, because if they're only Dragon Gate, Shine, Evolve, are they the only wrestling promotions that are going to do anything besides?
You know what I think it is,
WWE?
I'm sorry, Chris. You know what I think it is, Oscar? I think ROH will still be around that, like, not the actual area where WrestleMania is going to be. They'll probably be, like, in San Jose or something. You know what I mean? If anything.
Well, if that's the case, if that's the case, then they're going to be spending a lot of money traveling in one freaking month. You know, you're going to Vegas, and then what? They're going to do it again in the same month, or
you got to do what you got to do. That's what you got to do. You got to spend money to basically, get your name out there.
Yeah, definitely. Hold on, just 1 second. Out of the subject for 1 second. If you're listening in Tampa Bay, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers finally scored a touchdown. All right. And sorry people listen to me. But back to the wrestling. We'll see, because to me it doesn't sound like it makes sense. Only if you're in the WWE, you might do some stuff like that. But if you're gonna spend that much money going to the West Coast, in 1 month, I don't know if that's possible. I mean, I just don't see Ring of Honor doing that. I don't even see TNA doing that. But
we don't know if TNA is going to make it to WrestleMania. So,
yeah. What's your thoughts, Tom? You think now that Ring of Honor?
I think this is going to kind of be a one-stop tour for them. They're not on the West Coast a lot, so I think this is kind of like their big thing. 13th anniversary. They're going to be on the West Coast just kind of one time. I don't see them doing another show. Maybe they'll be more north. Maybe they'll do like a Seattle show. Maybe they'll do like I don't know. I don't think they're going to do any other West Coast things.
This is a big deal for the West Coast. It's fucking anything. So, and ROH.
Yeah.
So,
I have a question for Tom then, because are you basically saying that this WrestleMania weekend, you don't see Ring of Honor doing anything for WrestleMania weekend?
I don't think so. I don't think they're going to do anything maybe in the same area. Maybe, like I said, I'm not sure. It's a pretty far way away. Maybe they're thinking they're just kind of in the beginning stages of planning of what they could do, and they haven't announced anything. So maybe they're just kind of figuring out what they could do. So I think we just kind of have to sit and wait and see if they can think of anything. But if they don't do anything near where WrestleMania is going to be, I can guarantee they're going to do something else. It's going to be like a big pay-per-view that they're going to try and do, or a big pay-per-view. They're going to try and do something big just to kind of have people watching. You know, if they can't be in the same area, they're going to want people watching online or on pay-per-view or something just to get eyeballs, you know, toward their product.
Yeah, because I could see what you're saying. Like, I could see them doing another pay-per-view during WrestleMania week. Maybe they can go against Evolve or Dragon Gate, because I know they're going to try to do some big WrestleMania weekend.
I'm sorry to cut in, but forget the pay-per-views. Let's get back to some pay-per-view, Ring of Honor. That's what we need to be doing.
Well, think about it. Like, you got to be smart here for a second. You got to be smart. You got to think Ring of Honor for a second, business-wise. Why would he
business-wise? But they had success. So why go back to pay-per-view when you go to pay-per-view?
Yeah, but the thing with Ring of Honor and regular pay-per-views is if they keep doing them, then it's.
Well, I'm not talking about each show. Like, I'm talking about like big shows. Final Battle, that must be a pay-per-view show.
Final Battle probably is going to be on pay-per-view.
Yeah, Final Battle.
They haven't announced it yet, but I would maybe like to think that it's going to be on pay-per-view because it's, you know, their biggest show of the year.
If anything,
even though
I would say 4 of their shows should be pay-per-view shows, if anything.
Yeah, you know, they did, you know, they found some success in, you know, their first pay-per-view and Best of the World, and especially now with what's called a Ustream going out, you know, they're going to be, you know, wanting more people to watch. So I think it's going to be crucial that they get Final Battle on pay-per-view. And I'm hoping for
it. Can happen. Don't be surprised.
I'm going to be at Final Battle, but I would love for it to be on pay-per-view because, like I said, it's the biggest show of the year. It's going to be, you know, New York City. It's not even going to be, like I said, brand new venue. So obviously they're cooking up something for Final Battle.
Yeah, and another thing for to go back to about having a pay-per-view event on the same weekend WrestleMania. I mean, I don't think Ring of Honor has the balls.
No. I didn't say the same weekend as WrestleMania.
Okay, but like weekend before, weekend after, I could do that. I could see that, but not during that week. Like example, what wrestling promotion will go against WrestleMania? No promotion to do that.
No, but I don't know. Hold on. I don't even know what you're talking about. I never said for them to go against the WWE in a pay-per-view. I said forget pay-per-views. What they need to do is focus also on some pay-per-views. I never said to go against.
Like I think the whole thing with trying, you know, it's cool when, you know, wrestling promotions are doing shows the same weekend as WrestleMania. You know, how long can it keep up? Even if they were allowed to do it, how many people are really going to be like, all right, I'm going to go to a Ring of Honor show, then I'm going to go to Access, then I'm going to go to WrestleMania.
Access is a little too fucking much. It's too much money. I mean, they did good with you know, Supercard of Honor this year, but you know, and especially because they don't, you know, that weekend they didn't just do Supercard of Honor, they also did a TV taping there, and it's like, all right, how much money and how many people are actually going to come to this? It's going to be less people, so I think they're going to kind of want to strategize differently and kind of maybe go away from that. Even you know, Evolve and you know, Shine and all that, and whatever Gabe's doing over there,
they didn't have that much success at WrestleMania weekend. You know, they had a couple of shows that weekend, and really only one of those shows was, you know, moderately received. You know, Mercury Rising was terrible.
The Evolve show?
Yeah, I think it was their Thursday show was Mercury Rising.
No, that was the Saturday
terrible.
Show.
So it's, you know, I understand what they're trying to do for WrestleMania weekend. They're trying to compete. They're trying to get people who are in town for wrestling to come and see their shows. But it's like, you know,
would you really call it? Hold on. I have a question, Tom. Would you really call it competing if they're having shows days before, you know, the big one?
No, it's not competing. It's taking advantage of WrestleMania weekend. It's saying, all right, you know, the biggest wrestling promotions in town doing their biggest show of the year. So we're going to try and capitalize on it by bringing fans into something different and try and say, hey, there's other wrestling besides WWE. Because, you know, the people that come to WrestleMania, it's not a lot of kids. It's mostly, you know, teens and adults and older people that have money to spend. But I don't know. I think we're gonna have to wait and see, you know, what happens that weekend. You know, it's still far away. You know, with wrestling nowadays, I'm taking it like a week at a time.
All I know is that just want to throw this out there. Josh Alexander, he tweeted out about his dream match with Crime Time. Don't be cheap. Don't be cheap promoters. That is classic.
You know what's funny? When we had him. You know what's funny?
I don't know. Hold on. But you know what's funny? That wasn't even the question. The question was what team out there that you would like to face that you haven't faced. It wasn't a dream match, but hey.
Well, Crime still out there.
You know what's funny?
Doing their thing.
You know what's funny? When we had those guys on in the past, like by themselves, they were not even funny. Like they were not trying to act this funny, you know. Now all of a sudden, bam! It's kind of out of coincidence, you know. But it's all good though.
Yeah. But anyway, we've been delaying talking about pay-per-view this Sunday, Night of Champions from Nashville, Tennessee. And I wanted to get this out of the way before we start doing predictions. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really looking forward to this pay-per-view. I mean, the build-up for this has been pretty much insignificant, I guess you could say. I don't care about the matches. You know, and even Reigns versus Rollins, which, you know, is still going to be a good match. You know, they gave it away for free on Raw on Monday. And, you know, there's reports going out now that, you know, tickets for the event aren't even sold out yet. There's still so many tickets left available. And, you know, Nashville hasn't had a WWE pay-per-view in 12 years. So does that say something about the product that's going on right now?
It's obvious, even though they had, you know, a free match, it's obvious something's going to happen at the pay-per-view. You know, it's not. It might be another singles match, but something's going to happen. There's not, you know.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really get that much time in the match, you know. So, but
yeah, and didn't I say Monday that don't be shocked that Dean Ambrose comes back and an impromptu match happens, like he teams up with Roman Reigns against Seth and Corporate Kane? I mean, that can happen.
Who's that guy?
Who, Corporate Kane? Your favorite wrestler?
Who? I don't know that guy.
Your favorite wrestler. You have a poster on your wall.
I have no posters of not one man of my own. Anyways, how about we go down this fucking card? What the fuck?
And you know what? Yeah, the thing is about the Brock Lesnar John Cena match, I just have this little feeling in the pit of my stomach, just this little feeling that John Cena is going to win. I don't think he's going to win, but it's still that feeling, you know, when you think, oh, WWE is going to do something stupid, and you're just like, I hope they don't do it. I don't know.
Let's talk about the matches. Of course, we got Chris Jericho, Randy Orton. This is actually Chris Jericho's last match before he leaves and goes to MIA and probably comes back later on for his WrestleMania.
And maybe Tom will check out some Fozzy.
So you got Jay, Randy Orton. You guys, what you guys got going?
I'm gonna go with the Viper. I think he's gonna do something to Jericho that kill him off for a bit. I don't know how long he's gonna be out. I mean, I don't know. God knows. He's gonna be doing Fozzy stuff. So I'm going Randy Orton.
Yeah, I'm going with Orton too.
Of course, everybody's going for Orton. Next up, we got the Usos against Gold and Stardust. Is his name Gold now?
Goldust, hello. But I'm gonna go.
It says Gold and Stardust. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I think they're just shortening it because it's Goldust and Stardust because they're both dust. So I think they're just like Gold and Stardust.
Okay. Who you guys
got? Let me see. This is a tough one, but I'm going with them Usos.
Yeah, I'm going for those dudes, even though I'm really not a big fan of them. Are you writing this shit down?
I'm going to go with the Usos, too. You know, even though I'd like to see the tag titles off of them.
Hold on.
Yes. And actually, I've been enjoying Stardust and Goldust's heel run so far. I think they're hilarious in that heel role. You know, Stardust is just out of his mind.
Well, yeah, it's just gonna be a short. This is gonna end their feud. I know you guys are tired of me hearing this saying this, but the Ascension are coming. They're going after the Usos. I think sooner rather than later. So
Please, I'm begging for the Ascension to just come on the main roster and absolutely destroy the Usos. I'm hoping they come on the main roster, start just kicking everyone's ass, and then they go after the Usos and they just break them in half. So sick of seeing Usos as tag champs.
It probably will happen. Watch out for them fallen man. Anywho.
What else do we got on the card? We got the Divas Championship, the triple threat match between Nikki, Bella, Paige, and AJ. Jesus Christ. Can't believe Nikki Bella's in that match.
Well, Skits, are you writing it down? Because I have no piece of paper near me, so.
Oh, no worries. All right. This next match is like, I don't even know why it's booked because I still think Rusev is going to win. Rusev versus Mark Henry, even though they closed out the fucking show with Mark Henry for what fucking reason? Just like I mentioned yesterday when I was talking to some to some folks. In 2014, we don't give a shit about these old folks no more. Not shitting on them or like that, but I don't care for Mark Henry closing out fucking Raw. I don't think you care about.
You know what?
Let me ask you a question, Tom. Do you care if Mark Henry closes out Raw? Do you want to see him close out Raw?
No,
you know why he did that?
Rusev close out Raw.
That could have been the first segment, or like the middle of the segment. Like, come on.
You know why he did that, right? You know why he did that,
I don't care.
All right.
I honestly don't care why they did it. What? You tell me why.
Well, they try to compete with the Champions card is that these matches, like I just don't care, Matt.
Let me hear
just
what
don't
I was
care.
just talking about real quick.
The reason why they did it because they want to put the John Cena Brock Lesnar thing during halftime of Monday Night Football because that's their money match for Night of Champions. So that's why. That's what the Henry and Russo thing was closed.
I mean, you know, that was kind of obvious when, you know, John. But first of all, you know, I didn't get a chance to say this on Monday, but that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen WWE do. In the beginning segment, their moneymaker match, their John Cena say at halftime, you know, Paul Heyman, I'm going to beat you up if Brock Lesnar's not there. Okay, so that's basically saying, okay, fans, you can go watch Monday Night Football until halftime of Raw, and then come back and see this. Like, what the fuck are they thinking? Seriously. Like, that honestly tuned me out from Raw, you know, when I watched it back. You know?
And you know what's stupid that they're doing this on a Monday Night Football game, which actually, if you think about it, it was a big game. It was Philadelphia against Indianapolis, which are two good teams. Why would you do that shit? You know, like, we do it against. I mean, what you do it against? Like,
it's trying to compete with Monday Night Football. They're trying to.
Why?
You know, make all these viewers, you know, tune away from Monday Night Football by putting Jerry Springer on Raw and doing all these different things.
Shouldn't they attack Monday Night Football if they had like a weak-ass game? Like, for example, I'm sorry not to defend your Giants, but let's just say the Giants play against, I'm trying to think of another the Buccaneers.
I was about to say Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about that game. But that game would have been, but honestly,
sometimes the NFL does stupid shit like that.
Let's be honest, though. Honestly, the NFL would not book or not have a fucking match like that on Monday. That's like a
trust
game.
me, they do. They would because first of all, it's unpredictable what seasons that will happen. Like you know, like sometimes team will do good one year, the next year they'll think, okay, they had a good year, let's put them against this team, and then all of a sudden it was a shitty game, you know, shitty season for those teams. So that can happen, you know.
It's you know, WWE is trying to, you know, compete with Monday Night Football, but instead of giving us a good product that we can invest ourselves in and saying, you know what, I can skip Monday Night Football this week and watch Raw because blah, blah, blah is going on. But instead, you're like, I don't want to watch Raw because of the Bella feud, and I don't really care about John Cena and Brock Lesnar that much.
Speaking of the Bellas,
you know what?
Nikki Bella versus AJ versus Paige is probably the next match here on the prediction list.
All right, let's go to that then. Fuck Monday Night Football, even though the next game can be whacked. I'm still saying Bree's going to get in this match somehow. If not, she's going to interfere. But I'm sticking with Paige. She's still going to walk out Divas champ.
I'll say Paige too. Even though, like, I don't know.
I don't know.
If this was just Paige
I'm gonna
for
say like
AJ,
this. I'm gonna say like
Paige
this,
for
guys.
AJ, it would be easier. Well, not easier, but it would be a tougher time deciding on who would win because maybe you think, oh, AJ maybe could take the title back. But then you just throw in the Bella feud with them, and they've completely crushed their
that was the most
rivalry
idiotic
between
choice ever.
and Age.
Whoever thought about that. But for some reason, forgive me, people, as much as I love Paige and AJ, I think Nikki Bella might win that.
Well,
just because
if they give that,
I don't blame you for that.
Yeah, if they do, if they do give that belt to Nikki Bella, I mean that's kind of showing you that. Oh, what the fuck? They're kissing Eve's ass. They want to have one of their total divas as their friggin' divas champion. So
I don't want to say that. I just want to say her story. I mean, it's a storyline going on. I mean, it makes sense. She's
her
part of the.
Her storyline is stupid. Her storyline is stupid.
Listen, hold on. Listen, what I'm saying. Forget that she's part of Total Divas. I don't think if that was the case, Authority would have been holding that a long time ago. The reason why she would hold it because she's part of the Authority. The Authority puts the whole titles. Remember, Randy Orton was champ, but now he lost it. So now we got Brock Lesnar holding the title. So they're trying to maybe if Nikki Bella holds the title, somehow, some way, the Authority, they'll get back in the title scene once again, and they'll try to go after belts again. So,
well, I mean, is Nikki Bella even really in the Authority, or is she just?
Is Stephanie McMahon
I don't even know if she's
part of
in
her
the
promo?
Authority, or if Stephanie just kind of, separated her from Brie, and that's it. It was because of Stephanie. She didn't join the Authority.
They called her Plan B.
She's the playing Double D. That's what she is.
Nah. Damn. But anyways,
she's definitely got them too.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. If Nikki Bella does win that title, what? We're gonna see a Brie and Nikki Divas title feud? Does anybody
probably?
It has to. I mean, if you want to end a storyline, then let Brie take the title. I don't know.
That storyline,
like it or not, that's what's going to happen. So
it doesn't really need a title. I mean, if they want to have the stupid Brie versus Nikki match, you don't need a title for that. You really don't.
I know that. We all know that, but it's going to happen.
It's WWE.
Hey, at least, you know what? At least it's not a fucking karma match when she's fucking covering somebody when they're, on their fucking face, So, but
God damn it.
Amazing Kong.
What is Amazing Kong to do with this?
I'm just saying. But anyways.
The Miz and Dolph Ziggler.
Oh.
I hope Zig comes out with that. I don't want to see the Miz.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ziggler.
Yeah. The Miz can jump off the roof.
Yeah, I'm going with. I almost said Miz. I'm going with Dolph Ziggler. It doesn't make really no. If the Miz wins, I think this feud's going to continue on. But I think this feud needs to end. And
I will say though, I haven't liked this feud, but Damian Sandow he's just funny. The guy does not deserve to be Miz's stunt double, but what he's doing, it's so funny. That's just my whole thing, but this whole feud I haven't liked either. I don't care about.
If Ziggler wins,
it's whatever.
If Ziggler wins, or I kind of see Bray Wyatt maybe jumping in that scene for the title.
Yeah.
I don't see that. I think that's a huge step down, even though Bray Wyatt hasn't been doing much. It's
Bray
a
Wyatt
step down for him to go to the Intercontinental title.
They've been treating him like crap lately. Like, what happened to his momentum?
Yeah, but even though they've been treating him like crap, going to the IC title is like a step down. That's just my opinion. I'm hoping it won't happen, but maybe it will. I don't. This is what I mean. Talking about this card is just so disinteresting because I don't really care.
Sheamus Cesaro. This is probably one of those matches that I think that's going to be good. A lot of people are sleeping on.
Yeah.
I'm hoping maybe we see a champion, Cesaro, which probably won't happen, but I'm hoping Cesaro's my pick.
Yeah, I'm going to go Cesaro too, just because I feel like maybe they'll do one title change. They're giving Cesaro some momentum. He should be higher up on the card, but that's another conversation for another day. But this is going to be a good match, like you said. These guys, they have good chemistry together, so I'm expecting a good match.
All right. It's funny you mentioned about Bray Wyatt might go after Ziggler. I'm also hearing that might even go after Sheamus, the U.S. title. And at the same time, we all want Cesaro to win. It seems like they've been disappointing us with Cesaro. He has not won an Intercontinental title or a U.S. title. It could be a same situation like that. Fuck. I don't know, just to keep it safe, I'm going Sheamus because I just got that feeling WWE's going to put us down again. He's going to lose to Sheamus, and there goes Cesaro. So.
Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. Seth is my boy, probably my favorite wrestler right now in the WWE since Daniel Bryan's been gone. If Dean Ambrose gets involved, that means it's a shield feud on the way. I would say have Dean Ambrose interfere, and then Roman Reigns gets salty about the shit because he got the loss, and then there we go, a feud with the shield.
I am going to go with Roman Reigns. I think Dean Ambrose is coming back somehow. Either they're going to add a tag match, or if not, then he's going to cost Seth Rollins that match, and they're going to have one more.
It's about
one
time for a fucking triple threat, bro.
What?
After, maybe, I would say you got to have Dean Ambrose come back, cost Roman Reigns the loss by disqualification by, he's trying to go out there and just attack Seth Rollins, and then they call it and, say, and the winner is disqualification, Seth Rollins or something like that. Roman Reigns. And then you go to the next pay-per-view when Seth Rollins and Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose get the rematch. Roman Reigns gets involved in that, and you take it to the next pay-per-view and have a triple threat with the Shield.
Nah.
You know what?
I don't see that happening.
It has to.
I don't see that happening. What I see happening is Dean Ambrose interferes either at Night of Champions or he comes back at Raw. I don't know which is going to happen. And then it's going to be, I think, a Hell in a Cell match between Ambrose and Rollins, and I think Triple H somehow is going to get involved in a feud with Roman Reigns, and they're going to have a match at Hell in a Cell.
The reason why I say that, because me and somebody was talking the other day, and it kind of made sense. The anniversary for the Shield is coming up, and why not have them go in a triple threat match?
You know what?
I just don't see it happening. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
know they can argue.
I just see Roman Reigns getting into a feud with Triple H because, Randy Orton couldn't take out Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins couldn't, take out Roman Reigns. And so Triple H is going to say, you know what? I'm going to take out Roman Reigns myself, and he's going to get involved. That's what I see happening.
The only reason why I say that because, knowing Roman Reigns, you can have him challenge the both, Seth and Dean, say, let's see who the best of the Shield is.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see. And, of course, main event, who you guys
got? I got Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, same here. Brock Lesnar. I don't see Cena winning it. Like I said in the show in the past, they're gonna make Brock Lesnar unstoppable. He's gonna be kicking Cena's ass. He's gonna be kicking Daniel Bryan's ass, and they're gonna be another feud he's gonna put in there too. Someone else, maybe like the Big Show or whatever. But yeah, that's Brock Lesnar.
So we'll definitely see what happens. Night of Champions. My buddy Matt, and not Matt from WWP, but Matt, I believe he called in last week. He actually said, what was the last good Night of Champions?
Probably the same. I won't say the year they had it at my birthday 2 years ago. I said when CM Punk beat John Cena.
That's been a while.
Yeah.
I think we're going to end WH Radio a little earlier today after the interview and these predictions. Hope hopefully that we see something good at this pay-per-view, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people are doubting the pay-per-view right now, so we'll definitely see what happens. Did you guys want to throw anything out there?
Yeah, I guess we're doing plugs, but you can follow me at Sinister632 on Twitter, Instagram, and Vine. This week I'll try to go back doing my classic match of the week. I didn't do it last week because I was celebrating my birthday too early. I'll get back into it soon. And not only that, just check out WrestlingHeads.com. Check out Chris ROH Code stuff. I think he just put dozen. And
yeah,
others,
Chris has a new one, by the way, people. Go check out that new dozen. It's kind of different from his regular ones.
Yeah, definitely. I think he also said he's going to put another PWG Chronicle on the website. And then I was going to say, just check out WrestlingHeads.com. Follow Wrestling Heads on Instagram. You can see a 6-year-old picture of me with the Big Boss Man on that account. And also check us on YouTube. Check out all the episodes and stuff on YouTube. And Blog Talk, iTunes. You name it.
Yeah. You can follow me on Twitter to tweet me. Besides that, I got nothing else, but be sure to check out WrestlingHeads.com. Check out all the writers going on. ROH Code. Everybody else going on. Too long to list, but all the writers are doing some good stuff out there. Keep updated at WrestlingHeads.com. Got show results from WWE, the TNA, Ring of Honor, all the indies, Japanese wrestling, you name it. They got it. And that's it.
And I want to apologize if anybody called because my laptop is actually getting prepared, so it's kind of hard to get people on the show today. So make sure you guys tune in next Monday, or actually, you know what? We might have some news down the road on us changing days due to scheduling issues with work and stuff. So be sure to follow me at WH Skits. Follow us at Wrestling Heads. Again, just like I said, WrestlingHeads.com. Like us on subscribe us to YouTube, youtube.com/WrestlingHeads. We'll have the Monster Mafia interview up there as soon as possible. And, make sure to follow us on Twitter. I think Oscar's going to be going to some shows soon, so he'll have some results or whatnot on that. So, until then, peace, people.